The name of the story, In All the Small Moments. Chapter 1, Beginnings. The sun climbed higher, casting dappled light through the swaying branches. Sophia and Liam found themselves wandering toward the small cafe at the corner of Willow Street, a cozy place where the scent of freshly brewed coffee mingled with the soft hum of quiet conversations. They settled by a window, fingers occasionally brushing as they reached for their cups. Liam's smile deepened when he caught her gaze. "I didn't expect to meet someone like you today," he admitted, voice barely above a whisper. Sophia felt a flush rise to her cheeks. "Me neither," she replied, heart pounding. It's like everything around us paused for a moment. Outside, the city bustled on, but inside their little bubble, time seemed to slow. Liam leaned in, his breath warm against her cheek. Slowly, their eyes closed, and their lips met, soft, tentative, a promise whispered between two souls. When they pulled apart, the world seemed brighter, the air sweeter. They smiled, knowing this was the first of many stolen moments. Days passed like gentle waves, each one bringing Sophia and Liam closer. They explored the city's winding streets, admiring the bright shop windows and laughing as they shared childhood stories. One evening, beneath a sky full of stars, they sat on a park bench, holding hands. Liam gently brushed his fingers through her hair, and Sophia felt her heart race. "Do you believe in fate?" she whispered. Liam smiled and replied, "Since the moment I met you, yes." They leaned in and kissed again, deeper than before, feeling every touch as a part of the great story they were creating together. The next morning, sunlight spilled through the curtains of Sophia's small apartment, casting warm patterns on the wooden floor. She stretched, a soft smile lingering on her lips as memories of the previous evening danced in her mind. Outside, the city stirred awake. Birds chirped, bicycles rolled by, and distant laughter floated from a nearby playground. Sophia dressed quickly, eager to meet Liam again. They had planned to visit the old botanical gardens, a hidden gem filled with blooming roses and winding paths. As she approached the garden gate, Liam was already there, his eyes lighting up when he saw her. "Good morning," he greeted, his voice gentle but full of excitement. "Good morning," she replied, feeling a warmth spread through her chest. Together, they wandered beneath arches of ivy and petals, sharing stories and dreams. Liam paused by a bed of lavender, picking a small sprig and tucking it behind Sophia's ear. "It suits you," he said softly. Sophia laughed, leaning into him. "You're full of surprises." They found a quiet bench by the fountain, where Liam pulled out his guitar. His fingers moved skillfully over the strings as he began to play a melody that seemed to speak of longing and hope. Sophia closed her eyes, letting the music wash over her, feeling an unspoken connection deepen between them. After the gentle melody faded, Sophia opened her eyes and smiled at Liam. "That was beautiful. Do you always carry your guitar with you?" He chuckled softly. "Only when I hope to find someone worth playing for." She blushed, tucking a stray lock of hair behind her ear. They sat in comfortable silence for a moment, watching the water ripple in the fountain. As the afternoon sun warmed their faces, they decided to stroll through the nearby streets, discovering little cafes and quirky bookstores. Liam insisted on buying Sophia a cup of her favorite vanilla latte, teasing her when she tried to sip it too quickly. Their laughter echoed between the brick buildings, blending with the distant hum of the city. Every glance they exchanged carried a spark, a promise of more moments like this. At one point, Liam stopped suddenly, turning to face Sophia. "Can I tell you a secret?" Her eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Always." He took her hand gently, his voice lowering. "Since the first moment I saw you, I've felt something I can't explain. It's like my heart finally found its rhythm." Sophia's breath caught, and without thinking, she reached up to kiss him, soft, lingering, full of all the feelings words could never quite capture. They stayed close like that for a while, letting the world fall away, wrapped in the warmth of their shared discovery. As the sun began to dip behind the rooftops, casting long shadows across the cobblestone streets, Sophia and Liam found themselves sitting on the steps of an old chapel. The soft glow of lanterns flickered nearby, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of blooming jasmine. Sophia rested her head on Liam's shoulder, feeling a quiet peace she hadn't known in a long time. "I wish moments like this could last forever," she murmured. Liam wrapped an arm around her, pulling her closer. "Me too. But maybe that's what makes them special, knowing they're fleeting." Just then, Liam's phone buzzed softly. He glanced at the screen, his smile faltering for a brief second. "It's work," he said quietly. Sophia looked up, concern flickering in her eyes. "Is everything okay?" Liam nodded slowly. "Yeah, just some stuff I need to handle. But I don't want it to ruin today." She squeezed his hand gently. "It won't. We have this moment." They stayed there a little longer, letting the city's evening sounds wrap around them like a warm blanket. Despite the shadow of responsibilities, the connection between them felt unbreakable. The following days were a delicate dance between stolen moments and growing realities. Liam's phone buzzed often during their time together. Calls from work, urgent messages that pulled his attention away. Sophia tried to understand, but a quiet worry began to creep in. One afternoon, as they sat in their favorite coffee shop watching rain drizzle against the window, Sophia finally voiced her concern. "Liam, do you think we have enough time for us?" He looked at her, eyes full of sincerity. "I want to believe we do, but sometimes life has other plans." Sophia reached across the table, taking his hand. "Then let's make the most of the time we have." Their fingers intertwined tightly, a silent vow amid uncertain days. Chapter 2. Challenges arise. Weeks slipped by, and the once effortless rhythm of their days together began to feel fragile. Liam's work demanded longer hours, his presence growing scarce like a fading melody. Sophia found herself walking alone through the park where they had first met, the cherry blossoms now falling like gentle reminders of fleeting time. She clutched her phone tightly, hoping for a message or call. One evening, as rain tapped softly against her window, Liam's voice came through the line, tired but tender. "I'm sorry, Sophia. I hate that I can't be there like I want to." Her heart ached, but she smiled softly. "I know, Liam. Just promise me. Don't forget us." He sighed deeply. "Never. You're the song I can't stop playing in my head." They hung up with a lingering silence, both feeling the distance that words couldn't fully bridge. Late at night, Sophia sat by the window, the glow of her laptop casting soft light on her face. She stared at the screen, fingers hovering over the keyboard, then finally typed, "I miss you. I know things are hard, but I believe in us." Minutes later, a reply appeared. "Every moment away from you feels empty. Counting days until I see you again." Their messages wove between them like lifelines, a fragile thread connecting two hearts separated by distance and circumstance. Sophia smiled, tears welling up, feeling the bittersweet ache of love stretched thin but unbroken. That night, after a long silence filled only by the hum of city sounds, Liam's call finally came through. Sophia's heart fluttered as she answered. "Hey." His voice was soft, almost hesitant. "Hey," she replied, wrapping her hands around the warm mug of tea. For a moment, they just listened, the quiet between them heavy but comforting. Then Liam spoke, his tone sincere. "Sophia, sometimes I wonder, what if this isn't enough? What if the distance, the time, it changes everything?" She took a deep breath, eyes fixed on the window where stars flickered faintly. "I've thought about that too. But I believe in what we have. Our dreams, they're bigger than any distance." "What do you dream of?" he asked quietly. "Us together. A little house near the water, where mornings are slow and filled with light. Music playing softly in the background, your laughter filling the rooms." Her voice trembled with hope. Liam smiled, though she couldn't see it. "I dream of the same, of building that life, brick by brick, despite everything." They sat in silence again, connected by hope and the shared promise of a future waiting just beyond the horizon. In the quiet hours, their dreams became a sanctuary, a place where worries faded and only love remained. Sophia imagined mornings wrapped in Liam's arms, the scent of fresh coffee filling their cozy kitchen. Liam pictured the soft glow of twilight as they played music together, their laughter mingling with the notes. Sometimes, Sophia whispered, I close my eyes and pretend we're already there. It makes the distance feel a little smaller. Liam's voice softened. Me too. No matter what happens, that vision keeps me going. It's our promise. They held on to that promise tightly, even as challenges grew, finding strength in each other's words. Days grew busier, and the hours Liam could spend talking to Sophia slowly slipped away. Calls became shorter, messages less frequent. Yet, every word they found was filled with warmth and memories. One evening, after an especially stressful day, Sophia sent, I miss you. I wish we had more time. Liam replied with a delay, his words carrying a quiet ache. Me too. I'm trying. Believe me. Their communication was now like a fragile bridge. They feared breaking it, but couldn't bear to let go. Sophia's heart felt heavy, but hope flickered like a candle in the dark. The following evening, the air between them was thick with unspoken worries. Sophia's phone buzzed. It was Liam. Hey, he started hesitantly. Can we talk? Her fingers trembled as she replied, Yes, please. They spoke honestly, voices low but charged with emotion. I feel like we're slipping away, Sophia confessed. I understand your work, but sometimes it feels like I'm losing you. Liam sighed deeply. I hate that too. I want to be there more, but everything's piling up. I'm scared I might lose you. Tears welled in Sophia's eyes. I'm scared too, but I don't want to give up. He reached out through the phone. Neither do I. Maybe we need to find a way to hold on, even if it's hard. Their conversation ended not with answers, but with a fragile promise to keep trying, even when the path was uncertain. In the days that followed, Liam and Sophia made a quiet pact to cherish every moment, no matter how brief. They carved out time for late-night calls, shared playlists of songs that reminded them of each other, and sent little notes filled with promises and dreams. One rainy afternoon, Sophia waited by the phone, heart fluttering when Liam finally called. I found a song today, he said softly. It made me think of us, about holding on when it's hard. She smiled, wiping away a tear. Send it to me. I want to hear it. As the melody filled her room, Sophia felt warmth spread through her, a reminder that even in distance, love could still bloom. Despite their efforts, the demands of life began to weigh heavier. Liam's absences stretched longer, and Sophia's longing deepened. One evening, after a missed call and unanswered messages, a quiet ache settled between them. Sophia sat alone by the window, staring at the darkened sky. She whispered to herself, how much can love hold before it breaks? Meanwhile, Liam wrestled with guilt and exhaustion, torn between responsibilities and the love that kept him going. Their hearts were tethered by fragile threads, stretched thin but refusing to snap. The night was thick with silence when Liam finally called. His voice was heavy, tired. Sophia, I don't want to lose you, but I don't know how to balance everything anymore. Her voice trembled. I'm scared too, Liam. Sometimes I feel like we're drifting apart. They talked for hours, pouring out fears and doubts, tears mingling with whispered promises. I love you, Liam said softly, and I'm willing to fight for us no matter what. Sophia's heart clenched with hope and pain. Me too. Though the path ahead was uncertain, they chose to face it together. In the days that followed their heartfelt conversation, Liam and Sophia found new strength in their commitment. Though challenges remained, their love deepened, tempered by trials but never broken. They learned to cherish small moments, a shared smile over a crackling phone line, a handwritten letter tucked into a coat pocket, a quiet evening dreaming of the future. The city around them buzzed with life, but in their hearts, a gentle calm settled, a promise that whatever came next, they would face it together. The airport buzzed with the usual chaos, rolling suitcases, distant announcements, and hurried footsteps. Yet for Sophia, time seemed to slow as she scanned the crowd, searching for one familiar face. And then she saw him. Liam stood there, a tired but genuine smile lighting his features. Their eyes met, and in that instant, all the months of waiting, longing and uncertainty melted away. She ran into his arms, feeling the steady beat of his heart against hers. "I'm here," he whispered, voice thick with emotion. "I'm here too," she replied, tears of joy spilling down her cheeks. Together, they stepped forward into the bright new chapter of their story, ready to face the future hand in hand. Days after their reunion, Sophia and Liam wandered hand in hand through the familiar streets of their city, now alive with the colors of early autumn. The crisp air was filled with the scent of fallen leaves and the distant melody of street musicians. They visited the little cafe where they had once shared shy smiles, now laughing freely over steaming cups of coffee. Liam played his guitar softly in the park, while Sophia listened with a radiant smile, feeling the music weave their souls tighter together. Their evenings were spent planning the future, a small home by the lake, walls filled with art and song, rooms echoing with laughter. Though the past had tested them, their love had grown stronger, rooted in trust and hope. Together, they were ready for whatever the future held. One crisp evening, under a sky sprinkled with stars, Liam led Sophia to a quiet hill overlooking the city. A soft blanket was spread beneath them, and a small lantern cast a gentle glow. He pulled out his guitar and began to play a melody they both knew, the song he had once shared from afar, now alive between them. Sophia leaned into him, her head resting on his shoulder, feeling the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. "I never want to forget this moment," she whispered. Liam kissed her forehead softly. "Neither do I. This is just the beginning." As the night wrapped around them, they sat in comfortable silence, two souls intertwined, ready to face life's journey together, no matter what lay ahead. Seasons changed, bringing new beginnings. Sophia and Liam built their little world, filled with music, light, and love. They woke to the song of birds, cooked breakfast together, laughed over small moments, and supported each other's dreams. And even when life became difficult, they knew the most important thing was to hold hands, look in the same direction, and walk forward together. Because true love isn't just tender kisses and warm words. It's the strength to stand by each other no matter what. End of story. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.